To do Blessed K Crew, and today we're going to be discussing karmic friendships and karmic relationships versus twin flame partnerships and soulmate partnerships. Okay, and we're going to specifically go into the story where Judas betrays Jesus, because this will be the example biblically of a karmic friendship, number one. And then we will go into the book of Esther, okay, and we will go to the part where the karmic relationships come in, okay. So now we're gonna go ahead and go and read Matthew 26 verses 14 to 16. Then one of the 12, called Judas Iscariot, went to the chief priests and said, "What are you willing to give me if I deliver him to you?" Okay, we're going to stop right here in our tracks. He said, "What are you willing to give me if I deliver him to you?" Meaning that he is willing to betray Jesus, the Savior of humanity, okay, for a amount or something, okay? You got to think about that. A place, a person, a thing. Think about that, okay? Then it goes on to say, and they counted out to him 30 pieces of silver. So from that time, he saw opportunity to betray him. So pause again. They counted out to him 30 pieces of silver. So Jesus was worth betraying. An innocent man was worth betraying for 30 pieces of silver. Okay, so what I want to point out here is that is very narcissistic, and that these type of friends are often the ones who will get you killed for a good amount of money. Okay, so that is the Judas versus the Jesus type of friendship, but I want to take it to the betrayal and arrest in Gethsemane. And while he was still speaking, behold, Judas, one of the 12, with a great multitude with swords and clubs, came from the chief priests and elders of the people. Now his betrayer had given them a sign, saying, "Whoever I kiss, he is the one, seize him." Immediately he went up to Jesus and said, "Greetings, Rabbi," and kissed him. "Greetings, teacher," and then kissed him and betrayed him. Wow. The things that narcissistic people will do, narcissistic friends will do. But Jesus said to him, "Friend, why have you come?" Then they came and laid hands on Jesus and took him. Okay, so we have here Judas, the narcissistic friend and disciple of Jesus, a chosen one, the one to save humanity, is betrayed. All right, so now we're going to go into the book of Esther. Going into the book of Esther. Going into the book of Esther. We're going into the book of Esther. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong without Esther. Esther, Esther. I'm just going to go to the table of contents with this one because it's taking too long. 7:10. I was close. I actually passed it up. Oh, wow. And the specific chapter that we're going in will be going to the book of Esther. Okay, so great. This is exactly what we're going to get ready to do. We're going to get ready to do this. And the specific chapter would be chapter 1. And then we're going to jump into chapter 2. On the 7th day, when the heart of the king was merry with wine, he commanded Mehuman, Biztha, Harbana, Bigtha, Abagatha, Sephthar, and Carcass, 7 eunuchs, who served in the presence of King Ahasuerus. I'm trying to pronounce this right, y'all. To bring Queen Vashti before the king wearing her royal crown in order to show her beauty to the people and the officials, for she was beautiful to behold. But Queen Vashti refused to come at the king's command, brought by his eunuchs. Therefore, the king was furious, and his anger burned within him. Alright, first off, so as a wife, you are supposed to submit to your husband. What Vashti did was completely disrespectful to King Xerxes, okay? And so he had every right to be upset. Then the king said to the wise men who understood the times, for this was the king's manner toward all who knew law and justice. Those closest to him being Karshina, Shethar, Admatha, Tarshish, all these names, Meres, Marcina, and Mumakan, the 7 princes of Persia and Media, who had access to the king's presence and who ranked highest in the kingdom. What shall we do to Queen Vashti according to law, because she did not obey the command of King Ahasuerus brought to her by the eunuchs? And Memucan answered before the king and the princess, Queen Vashti has not only wronged the king, but also all the princes and all the people who are in all the provinces of King Ahasuerus. For the queen's behavior will become known to all women, so that they will despise their husbands in their eyes when they report King Ahasuerus commanded Queen Vashti to be brought in before him, but she did not come. This very day, the noble ladies of Persia and Media will say to all the king's officials that they have heard of the behavior of the queen. Thus, there will be excessive contempt and wrath. Alright, so oftentimes you will find yourself in a narcissistic relationship with, a Queen Vashti. One who will disrespect you and show contempt towards you and will not care. Okay? We're going to stop it right there. We're just going to go ahead and go into Esther becomes queen. But what I want to say here is that Vashti was dethroned from being queen, and King Xerxes Ahasuerus, Lord, he went in replacement. He went and found a replacement, okay, for her, since, she was being disrespectful and, disobeyed his orders, okay? In this particular one, we're going to go ahead and go into verse 15 through 18. 15 through 18. Now when the turn came for Esther, the daughter of Abihail, the uncle of Mordecai, who had taken her as his daughter to go in to the king, she requested nothing but what Haggai, the king's eunuch, the custodian of the women, advised, and Esther obtained favor in the sight of all who saw her. So Esther was taken to King Ahasuerus into the royal palace in the 10th month, which is the month of Tebeth, in the 7th year of his reign. The king loved Esther more than all the other women, and she obtained grace and favor in his sight more than all the virgins. So he set the royal crown upon her head and made her queen instead of Vashti. Then the king made a great feast, the Feast of Esther, for all his officials and servants. And he proclaimed a holiday in the provinces and gave gifts according to the generosity of the king. All right, so we have Queen Esther. She wasn't even a queen yet, but she was pronounced queen, and she had the favor of King Xerxes, okay? He favored her more than anybody in that building. All these bad women, and that's the one he chose, okay? Esther was put there for a reason, though. All right, now we discussed the difference. All right, well, I want to take it now to David and Jonathan, for sure. So we're gonna go into 1 Samuel verses First Samuel chapter 19 verses 1 through 13. That's what we're gonna go into now. Okay, let's see. And again, this is, that was the difference between having a narcissistic relationship type of partner and then having a God-ordained partner, okay? Vashti was the narcissistic relationship partner, and Esther was the God-ordained partner, okay? 19, you know what it is. Going to verse 19. 20. Ooh, I don't know. That's kind of crazy. God just sent me to that. Okay. So, we want to talk about a real brotherhood, okay? We want to talk about a real, friendship, We want to talk about the difference, okay? In, a twin flame friendship versus the karmic friendship, all right? So, yeah, we're going to read this now. And now, Saul spoke to Jonathan, his son, and to all his servants that they should kill David. But Jonathan, Saul's son, delighted greatly in David. So Jonathan told David, saying, "My father Saul seeks to kill you. Therefore, please be on your guard until morning, and stay in a secret place and hide. And I will go out and stand beside my father in the field where you are, and I will speak with my father about you. Then what I observe, I will tell you." Thus Jonathan spoke well of David to Saul his father, and said to him, "Let not the king sin against his servant against David, because he has not sinned against you, and because his works have been very good towards you. For he took his life in his hands and killed the Philistine, and the Lord brought about a great deliverance for all Israel. You saw it and rejoiced. Why then will you sin against innocent blood to kill David without a cause?" So Saul heeded the voice of Jonathan, and Saul swore, "As the Lord lives, he shall not be killed." Then Jonathan called David, and Jonathan told him all these things. So Jonathan brought David to Saul, and he was in his presence as in times past. And there was war again. And David went out and fought with the Philistines and struck them with a mighty blow, and they fled from him. Now the distressing spirit from the Lord came upon Saul as he sat in his house with his spear in his hand, and David was playing music with his hand. Then Saul sought to pin David to the wall with the spear, but he slipped away from Saul's presence. and he drove the spear into the wall. So David fled and escaped that night. Saul also sent messengers to David's house to watch him and to kill him in the morning. And Michal, David's wife, told him, saying, if you do not save your life tonight, tomorrow you will be killed. So Michal led David down through a window, and he went and fled and escaped. And Michal took an image and laid it in the bed, put a cover of goat's hair for his head, and covered it with clothes. Some real wifey stuff, okay? So when Saul sent messengers to take David, she said, he is sick. Then Saul sent the messengers back to see David, saying, bring him up to me in the bed that I may kill him. And when the messengers had come in, there was the image in the bed with a cover of goat's hair for his head. Then Saul said to Michal, why have you deceived me like this and sent my enemy away so that he has escaped? And Michal answered Saul, he said to me, let me go. Why should I kill you? So David fled and escaped and went to Samuel at Ramah and told him all that Saul had done to him. And he and Samuel went and stayed in Naioth. Now it was told Saul, saying, take note, David is at Naioth in Ramah. Then Saul sent messengers to take David. And when they saw the group of prophets prophesying and Samuel standing as leader over them, the Spirit of God came upon the messengers of Saul, and they also prophesied. And when Saul was told, he sent other messengers, and they prophesied likewise. Then Saul sent messengers again the third time, and they prophesied also. Then he also went to Ramah and came to the great well that is at Sheku. So he asked and said, where are Samuel and David? And someone said, indeed, they are at Naioth in Ramah. So he went there to Naioth in Ramah. Then the Spirit of God was upon him also. And he went on and prophesied until he came to Naioth in Ramah. And he also stripped off his clothes and prophesied before Samuel in like manner, and lay down naked all that day and all that night. Therefore, they say it Saul also among the prophets. Jonathan's loyalty to David. Ooh, okay, so you had Michal, a real wife. She went up against her own father for David. She said, you ain't killing my man. No, okay? Ride or die. That's what I'm talking about. Jonathan's loyalty to David. Then David fled from Naioth and Ramah and went and said to Jonathan, what have I done? What is my iniquity? And what is my sin before your father, that he seeks my life? So Jonathan said to him, by no means you should not die. Indeed, my father will do nothing, either great or small, without first telling me. And why should my father hide this thing from me? It is not so. Then David took an oath again and said, your father certainly knows that I have found favor in your eyes. And he has said, do not let Jonathan know this, lest he be grieved. But truly, as the Lord lives and as your soul lives, there is but a step between me and death. So Jonathan said to David, whatever you yourself desire, I will do it for you. And David said to Jonathan, indeed, tomorrow is the new moon, and I should not fail to sit with the king to eat. But let me go, that I may hide in the field until the third day at evening. Okay, we're going to stop it right there. We're going to stop it right there, all right? So here we have a true twin flame friendship, okay? Jonathan is going up against his own father for his friend David, okay? That just goes to show you, each time that Saul tried to touch God's anointed, he failed, okay? Because God's chosen cannot be touched, all right? I'm speaking a word to somebody on whenever y'all view this, okay? Now, we will discuss karmic relationships and friendships, and what is the signs that you are in one of them. Okay, so it's narcissistic. If you are a man, they emasculate you, they embarrass you, they cheat on you. Your spirit will be unhappy because something in your spirit tells you that there is something off about this person. Non-committal, They will also teach you a spiritual lesson, very important to life. Oftentimes, karmic partners do witchcraft on their significant others. They don't want to build an empire, okay? They destroy you. You will have fights and arguments. It's not God ordained. Fake friend, fake love, like Judas and Jesus, okay? Y'all will not be from the same soul tribe. It's oftentimes like a relationship, okay? Not a partnership. Now, your life story does not resonate with this specific person. For a relationship, it would be girlfriend and boyfriend, not husband and wife, okay? If it is for a man, you will find yourself with a woman like Vashti, very disrespectful, showing contempt towards you, no favor from God, and it's built on a shaky foundation, and you tend to be sexually invested. So it's seen on a physical level. It's not on a soul type of level, not on a spirit, not on a heart or mind type of level, okay? So now that I have given you the signs that you may be in a karmic friendship or relationship, now we will talk about the twin flame soulmate partnership, okay? They don't emasculate you if you are a man. It is seen on a soul level, a spirit level. No witchcraft is being involved. It is a partnership. It heals you. Commitment that often leads to marriage mirrors you. Your partner will mirror you, okay? Now, you will be happy in spirit because your spirit will know that that's the one for you. It's often the same person, like male-female version. You do have favor from God. If it is for a partnership, love-wise, it would be like the King Xerxes and Queen Esther, okay? Often it's named kingdom spouses. If it is a friendship, it will be like David and Jonathan, okay? Some ride or die real stuff, okay? Or like Michael for love relationships, because that was David's wife, okay? Now, you will build empires together. Y'all will be best friends for life. This type of partnership, it will heal and lift you up. You will be a part of the same soul tribe. It is very mature. Y'all will vibrate on the same frequency, and your life story resonates, okay? Am I missing something here? No. Okay. And then one more thing here. I forgot to mention that karmic relationships and friendships are often a sign of immaturity versus the twin flame and soulmate partnerships or friendships are often a sign of maturity. Okay, so there y'all go. I've given y'all biblical evidence of this in the Bible, and you know, that's how you know if you are in whatever type of relationship or partnership, okay? If y'all like this video, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Most importantly, to my channel, share with friends and family. And until next time, Bliss K Crew, stay blessed.